And more on volleyball today. This morning, we're heading up to Houghton at Michigan Tech. This morning, Ansley Watson is telling us more about how the team has been going for the season. And we're also going to be learning more about some of the big opponents they've got coming up. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. I'm standing in the gym where Michigan Tech plays, and they are feeling pretty good after coming off a win this weekend from Ohio Dominican University. They're doing well with a 17-6 record, and they have 3 more home games left until the end of the regular season, the last one being against MTU. Stay with us. We'll talk more about how their season's going and how it continues to go. Reporting live in Houghton, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley. Sounds like an exciting time to come yet for their team. Speaking of which, that game against MTU is going to be broadcast on our sister station, Fox UP, next Tuesday night. Everyone, it's 10 after the hour. Michigan Tech's volleyball team just has a few more home games left in the season. This morning, Ansley Watson is at Tech to tell us more about how they're getting ready for them. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. The volleyball team has come off from a very exciting weekend. Joining me to talk more about that is Coach Jennings. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks.
So you guys came back, beat ODU, and then your next game isn't until Friday. How are you guys going to keep that momentum going?
Well, I think at this point in the season, we kind of gotten into a routine where we get back late on Sunday morning after 2 games, and hopefully it's after 2 wins. But when you have a team like Ferris coming in town to play us on Friday, it's hard not to be focused and getting ready for that game as early as yesterday.
And Ferris, you said, was #1, correct?
Yeah, they come in to Friday's game #1 in the nation, which we kind of look at it as like an honor. Actually, this will be the 3rd time in 3 straight years we've gotten to play the #1 team in the country, back-to-back years here on our home court. The reality is that doesn't happen very often, and so good thing is this year we feel like we have a team that can really compete, and we know there's really not much to lose on Friday night's game.
Now, congrats to Jackie Aird. She has broken quite a few records here at the school.
Yeah, no, Jackie, it's one of those things like after she does something like break a record, career digs record, she backs it up with another performance. It just kind of like gets out of nowhere. For example, Saturday night's game, she had 31 digs in just 4 sets. Her career high before that was 37 in 5 sets. She's just an outstanding player, and she's been our starting libero for 4 years, and she'll leave here holding every single defensive record anyone can hold, and I think the program and the school is very proud.
What an honor. Was she expecting to break a few of those goals going into the season?
I think so. I mean, she broke the single season dig record last year as a junior, and the single game record as a junior. And she was about 200 or so away going into her senior year, and that's about 1/3 of the year for her. So we kind of knew it would happen as long as she stayed healthy, and sure enough, it happened.
Now, what other players have stepped up this season?
Well, it's one of those things, like actually my assistant Doug and I were just talking yesterday about, who's contributing at what level, and the nice part is we really had a balanced output from our team this year. But I'd have to give Rachel Pollard, our setter, hats off to her. As a junior, really her first year running the offense entirely on her own. She's top 15 nationally right now as a setter statistically, and is tops in our conference statistically in assists per set and pretty much every other category. So without Rachel doing what she's doing right now, there's no way we're having the season we've been able to have so far.
How are the girls feeling generally right now?
It's funny you ask that. It's like 3/4 of the way through season, my voice probably reflects a little bit how the team feels right now. A late arrival on Sunday, but we know every team's dealing with this right now, and we just got to keep tough and keep our heads above water and fight every time we get a chance.
All right, thanks, Coach. Stay with us. We'll talk more about their last home game. It's actually against MTU. Stay with us. Reporting live in Houghton, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Ansley. It's going to be a great game, and they are a fantastic team.
Well, Michigan Tech's last home volleyball game is a week from today against, of course, MTU. Ansley Watson is at Michigan Tech this morning talking more about it. Ansley, how's it going?
Good, Sam. The Huskies are going to have to fight really hard this weekend to continue doing quite well for the rest of their season. I'm here with Coach Jennings. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Coach, you kind of blend in a little bit with this ball, I think.
Well, I think hopefully you guys can see me all right. It works out.
So next home game is Friday against Ferris. Big game.
Yes, very big game. #1 team in the nation coming in town on our home floor. They're 11-0 in conference play and 22-1 on the season. So we look at it as an honor to get to play them here at home in an environment that we're pretty comfortable in playing.
And then Saturday, Grand Valley State. And then Tuesday, NMU, last home game, senior night against NMU. How are the girls feeling about that?
I don't know yet. You know, it is very special for us in a lot of ways. Anytime we play Northern is special. I think anytime you play Northern at home, you know, even more special. But after beating them for the first time in some time on senior night, I think adds even more, not value or importance, but certainly a little bit more attention to the game, and one that we're trying not to look too forward to, given that we have you know, two good opponents here before them. But no, I mean, we're excited to have Northern here at home after playing them on the road, which is never an easy place to play.
Yeah, last time you beat them, it was in Marquette. And that was the first time since 2001.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I would be lying if I told you that I didn't know that going into that game, or if any of our players didn't think about when the last time we had beaten Northern in Marquette. It was 2001, I think, when we beat them last there, and it was a non-conference win. I think you had to go back all the way to the early 90s really to find an instance where we beat them at Northern during conference play. So is that important? Yeah, sure. Is it a turning point? I don't know. It's based out of respect, though. I mean, I respect the heck out of Dominic's team and his program, and you know, we feel like we beat a good team that day, and you know, they're going to come here and probably looking for some revenge, and we'll have a nice crowd, really hoping for a nice crowd, and it should be a fun day and a great opportunity to honor a senior class that is, you know, I said to them the other day, there won't be a year that goes by that I don't remind that team about what the senior class did for them and the opportunity they've provided.
You know, most of the season is here and gone now. Have any special moments happened in a game that stick out to you?
Man, in a season like we're having, it's hard to pinpoint just one or two. You know, one that the team keeps on bringing up was really early in the season at the Northern tournament against Cedarville. It was the very last match of the tournament, and we had gone undefeated in sets up until that point. We were up 2-0. All we needed to do was win that third set to go undefeated for the whole weekend, and we were down 22-18. And we came back and won 25-23 in that set. And the way we came back in that set, I think, has stuck with this team. That, and ironically, a 5-set loss a couple weekends ago against Lewis, who's 22-2 on the year, one of the nation's best programs. We had match point against them in the 5th set. It was, oh gosh, what a heartbreaker. But it was one of those moments where if there is a moral loss, that could have been one. But geez, to be 17-6 and 8-3 right now, and had such good character on this team, and to be playing the way we are, I'm just so proud, and I think this season as a whole has been super special.
Now, real quick, what's the conference tournament looking like for you guys?
Well, so far so good. You know, it's a very competitive league, as these next couple matches will demonstrate. Ferris, Grand Valley, Northern, and Saginaw in a row for us. By far the toughest part of our schedule. But at 8-3, we're in the top half, and you got to be in the top half to be in a conference tournament. And right now, we're tied for 3rd with Grand Valley. So.
All right, thanks, Coach. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. They're playing NMU here, getting aired on Fox UP. Don't miss out. Reporting live in Houghton, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 morning news after the break.